Okay. So when you're ready, so seated or standing, so we're getting warmed up. So I'll do all the options first. So the seated option is going to be your march. Okay. So if you want to get involved, just use your feet, but just do nice and gently. Okay. It's a lower impact option. So seated or standing. 20 seconds. Are you ready? Off we go. So breathe in with one side and breathe out with the other. Using the hands. Breathe in, breathe out. We're starting off slow. Last few seconds. And 10 seconds recovery. Next one is going to be air punches. So we've got up here, but you can go, if you're doing seated, you can add in just the toe tap. So we've got toe tap here. Okay, so seated or standing again, so blow as you go. So you breathe in one side and then exhale another. Again, shoulders back and down. Good. Last few seconds. Okay, and recover there. So this one here is your hinging movement. So pushing the bottom back, so your standing option is hinge, little tap, and then either overhead reach and coming down, or you've got your seated option, which is a little hinge, little tap, and then a reach overhead. Okay, or if you're feeling your shoulders, just come up to shoulder height. Okay, off we go. So I'll just stick with this seated one. We've got here, overhead reach. So this one, breathe in, you open up your chest when you're nice and tall, and breathe out when you're hinging forward. If you're doing this one here, if you want no upper body, just a little bit hinge. If you're feeling your back at all, just avoid it. Okay, last few seconds. And let's recover there. We're going to go back on to the march, seated or standing. Okay, so breathe in. So if your seated felt okay, then try a standing option. Remember, you can just use feet. Good, last few seconds. And rest there. Inhale, exhale, never hold your breath. Then back to the air punches, even little shoulder rolls to relax. Okay, off we go. Good. Again, if you want to just do a toe tap, that's absolutely fine. You won't miss out the arms. Or seated. Good. Few seconds. And relax there. Okay. Got to get tins. Right, so first exercise. It's going to be single leg balance. Okay. So again, it's a slow and controlled movement. So some of these we've maybe added these in for your build your own. So that's what I wanted to go over these specifically. But focus on not so much on the balance, but more of the holds, a little bit more. So you want to have a little bit more support. Okay, and don't worry about bringing that all the way up high. So the supporting leg, you want to have just a slight bend in the back of your knee, and all the way in that standing leg, but don't kind of sink in. Keep your hips strong as well. So elevate the chest, and you're going to breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in as you lower, and then you're going to alternate sides. Okay. Again, you do feel like in a more advanced one, you can have up there. But just for round 2, I recommend just sticking with the middle one. Or if you feel like seated back's a bit too much, you can lift up the knee, seated, and control it down. Okay. So 30 seconds, off we go. 2, and control it in. So this one where you're static, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and then lower. Breathe out as you lower, breathe in as you come in, up. Supporting leg, strong. Don't sink into the hips. Keeping all the muscles activated. Activated. Okay, last few seconds. And relax there. Okay, 45 seconds recovery. Next one is a lateral raise. So your chicken wings. So you're coming up and then control that on the way down. Okay, so this is option here, or you can do this seated. Or to regress that, you would want to do alternating sides, come down. But if you feel it's too much, you would just bring it in, completely relax the arm before moving in to the other side. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Just elbows up to shoulder height and then control it down. So that's nice and slow and controlled. So breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in as you lower. So it's 2 breaths and then control it. Good. Last few seconds and relax there. Okay, leg extension hold to remaining seated. And make sure you're in a nice comfortable position. Even trying to pop your back right against the chair. So you've got support. You've got arm handles, that's great. So keep your head and chest up, tuck the elbow towards your spine or back of the chair. So you're going to extend, hold for 2, and then control it down. So exact same, so breathe in as you're lifting up, breathe in and breathe out at the top, and then control that down as you breathe out. Okay, 1 to 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, off we go. And lower. Breathe in, breathe out. So about keeping yourself upright as well, feeling that right in the quadrant with the knees, draw it down. Advancing that, you can hold it a little longer, even for 3 breaths in and out, and then controlling it down. Last few seconds. And relax there. Okay, so wall push off next. So there's a few different options. So you can either do it standing or seated or no wall at all. So we've got the wall push off. His hand, can you see me okay? Just about chest, and you're opening, closing of the chest and coming up. So the advanced option is a little bit further down the wall, more weight on. Or if you're not quite ready for that there, what we're going to do is just opening, closing of the chest, hands in front, here, okay? Or you can bring your chair, 4th option, if you feel like you need a little bit more support on the wall, bring your chair up to the wall. Okay, so we're going in 10 seconds. We'll just do it standing so you can see a bit better. Okay, off we go. So breathe out as you push. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out. Breathe in. Good night. You're thinking on a nice and controlled movement. You okay, Julia? Yeah, okay. Just do what you can. This one's always a tricky one. That's it. So more advanced option, if you feel this is okay, you can put your feet a little bit further away from the wall. Last few seconds. And relax there. Okay. 2 more. So going on to side lunges. I recommend you have a support. Okay. A comfortable range to start off with. Right, so maybe see my legs. So basically, you don't want to go too far out. So whatever range is comfortable to you. Normally just a little lean to that side, so the weight is on working the side of the body. And then recenter and then sit down, reset, coming in. Okay, so advanced options without the chair. And then side. Or you can just do a little bit of a bend for regression. Regarding seated, pop out to the side, a little lean on the heel, and then coming in, recenter. Okay, 10 seconds. Get yourself set up. Off we go. So down, make sure that foot is planted on the floor, leaning in, so that's slow and controlled movement. Recenter and take your time coming in. Plant, wait. So sometimes we put our weight in our toes. We want to think all the way in the heels. So as soon as you put it in your toes, it's on the knees. Okay? So we get it in the heel, pushing the knees right out towards your toes. Okay? You want to keep that in line. Okay, last few seconds. Plant, then add on your weight and rest there. Last one. Okay, so this one is quite technical, so don't worry if you don't get this straight away. But I'll just come a little bit further away so you can see. So basically, your hands are right in front of the shoulders. And you're bringing the shoulders back. So it's just the shoulders are coming back and forward. So you can use a wall to do the exact same. So it's not like a push-up. So for back, pull back, and then come forward. So you feel it's the shoulders coming in and out, okay? I do find it's good to have a support just to, get my head chopped off. That one. This kind of action here. So notice there's just there's hardly even a bend in my elbow. So the shoulders are coming in and out of the chest. If we go. Good. This is a tiny, tiny movement. Isolates those shoulder muscles a little bit more. Again, breathe out in the movement and breathe in. The last 10 seconds. 2 and 1. And rest there. Okay, so that's us done one full circuit. How are we all doing? Yep, okay. So that was 30 seconds working time and 45. So do we feel like reducing that intensity? So increasing the intensity by reducing the resting time. So 30 working and 30 recovery. So that's option 1, or 2, what we've just done. So option 1 is 30 working and 30 recovery. Option 2 is 30 working and 45 recovery. One. Okay. What a team. What a team. Okay. So back to the start then. So back to the single leg balance. So if you felt that was okay for the first time you're doing that today, why don't we hold it a little longer and going for 5 or even 10 seconds hold, okay? We're going to go in 10 seconds, so get yourself set up. Remember, you can do this seated by lifting up a knee. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and then 4. So you're transferring the weight, slow and controlled. Always find your balance first before you lift up the leg. 10 seconds. Always look at a point before is really good for balance as well. Last 5. Okay, 30 seconds recovery. Moving on to that lateral raise. Okay, so that's you here. Again, you can hold it a little bit longer at the top and do that seated. So we're going in 15 seconds, so make sure you get the rest time in. And there, good. So we're going 5 seconds, and chest up. Okay, off we go. And then down, control. Okay, so if you're thinking slow and control, fighting against gravity, work with your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, then lower to advance that. So you don't want to have your elbows too high, keep it just at shoulder level, that's it. But you don't want shrugging here, so you're lifting up, but the shoulders are still staying down or strong. And last few seconds. Good. And rest there. 30 seconds recovery. So seated, leg extension hold. That felt good for you. You can even hold it for 15 seconds, halfway and halfway. So we're going in 15 seconds. That's it, get yourself sorted. Push your chest up, support at the back. So we're going in 5, 3, 2, 1. So we've got hold. So that's 5 seconds in. Nice deep breathing. Halfway. Last few seconds. And rest there. 45 seconds recovery. 30 seconds recovery. Back up to wall push-offs. So we did choose that seated option. Bring your chair up to the wall. We're going in 10 seconds. So make sure you're in position. That's an open and closing. Remember, don't speed it up. Nice and slow. 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. So as soon as you know what exercise it is, get yourself set up. So you don't want to have the elbows too high, so more at like chest level. So when you're opening and closing, again, that's it. Comfortable range. That's it, nice and controlled. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, rest there. 2 more. So we've got your side lunges and shoulder retractions next. So side lunges. Got some moving furniture. I'm just moving it for the camera angle, but you just always have everything fixed. Okay. So you're stepping out to the side. Those lunges there, so push the bum back. So we're going in 10 seconds to make sure you get yourself set up. On seated option, you can just put the weight here and then go again. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. So you've got side lunge. So again, just watch your knees, keep it in line with your toes, and make sure your weight is all in that back heel, all in the back of the, push down, you center. What you don't want, putting your hands on your knees, okay? So if you're putting a hand position, put it on your hips. 10 more seconds. That's 5. And rest there. Okay, last one, the shoulder retractions, a fun one. Okay, so if you're ready here, open. I have a little higher, is always good. So feel it coming in and out. So your shoulders going back and forward. Okay, so you're dipping your shoulder going in 15 seconds. Seated option, just having your hands in front, pulling it back and forward. Okay, we all set up, ready to go, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, off we go. So hands right out in front of you. So straight out in front. Forward and backwards. Good. That's 5 seconds. And relax there. 2 rounds complete. How are we doing, team? Team awesome? Good. All right. So that's not even 30 minutes in. So how are we feeling? Do we feel like doing another round? So yeah, thumbs up for another round. We can do, again, I've just given you the 2 options. So 30 and 30, or 30 working time and 45 recovery. So 1 is 30 and 30, 2 is 30 and 45. 1, 1. Not too sure? We're not too sure. Do what we can, alright? Or if you feel like that's enough, just sit and watch. Don't push through it. That's what we need. We're training ourselves to not push through it. Oh, badges ski with. So take the rest and just really focus on your breathing a little bit more, or if you're happy to do some of those stretches that we've done in the past, okay? Okay, so brilliant. So 30, so back to the single leg balance. Okay, single leg balance. So okay, I'm going to go in 15 seconds. This is an easy number for me to look at. So you're thinking strong, so that make sure that's supported legs right underneath your hips. Off we go. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and then lower. Take your time coming into position. or even choosing a regressed option if you weren't too sure to push through it. Okay, 10 more seconds. And relax there. 30 seconds recovery. So lateral raise. So here, and then hold for a few seconds, and then we're controlling it down. Or if you want to do the seated option, you can do so. Give the legs a little bit of a rest. Or yeah, pick up your tins if you feel like it's more. I forgot my tins. So imaginary tins. Let's just make sure they're equal weight. That's my imaginary tins. Okay, off we go. Peaches are always a good one. I've had haggis tins on the go. Good. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, leg extension hold. So you've got your options. You can either hold for that a little bit longer. So we're going in 15 seconds, so get yourself set up, ready to go. So it's breathe in, breathe out, and then lower. 3, 2, and 1. So then the muscles working a little bit, but not where you come to really tired. So that says coming up for halfway. Five more seconds. And rest there. Okay, wall push-offs coming up next. So take your time coming in. Hand position over the chest, or we can lower your foot, opening and closing. Make sure your elbows are again not too high up. They're just below your hands or equal to your hands. Ready? We're going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. This is when we come in and out of the camera. Good stuff. That's it. Just really control the movement. Strong shoulders. Coming up for our last 5 seconds. Big raise of the core as well for that hinge. And relax there. Okay, seated, legs. So side lunges. So if you feel okay, you can do a little bit further away, but if you find that your hips are a wee bit sore, just always keep a comfortable range. Or you can, if you want, if you're doing it away from here, then you can add in your weights. Okay, or more relaxed here. Ready, off we go. So you can have your weights hanging by the sides if you feel it's too much on your hands. I just have them here. As I'm hinging, core braced. Well, yeah, if you don't do too much of, you can stick with this. Stick with a wide stance. Last few seconds. And relax there. Last one coming up. Shoulder retractions. Alright. Here we go. Forward and back. Generally, again, it's like the press ups. You probably just go a little bit more weight on your body weight coming in rather than adding on weights. Okay, so we're going to 10 seconds. So you may have your feet a little bit further away, and hands a little bit further down the wall. So in 3, 2, and 1, off we go. Good. In and out the socket. If we are taking a little rest, maybe some shoulder rolls just to a little bit of stretching, or if you want to go straight into stretching just now. Coming up for the last few seconds. Good. These are really good. And relax there. Okay, well done. Let's move on to our cool down. Seated or standing. So if you want to take a seat, you can. If not, standing option. Bring the arm right across the body, above or below your shoulder. Inhale as you exhale, pulling that across. Inhale as you exhale. So really a little bit longer breaths in. Holding in for a few seconds, and then exhale. As you exhale, lengthen, looking over that shoulder. Reset, shake it off, other side. Right across the body, above or below the elbow. Inhale as you exhale. And then to advance that, looking over that shoulder. Inhale, exhale, looking over. So really lengthen these. Looking over, holding them for a few seconds. So you really want to lengthen out those muscles that have been shortening while you're working hard. Okay, so triceps. So hand behind. And straighten out the arm and bring your hand behind. Then apply pressure and push it down. Or advanced option, you can bring that hand behind. So either pushing at the front or advanced, pulling it down at the back. Try and keep your chin off your chest where you can, so really push chest up and belly button to spine. It's not an easy one to do. If you're new to this, shake it off. Nice and tall, that's it. Hand behind, heel at the front, push forward, push it back, apply pressure. Or if you feel okay, bring your hand behind. Good, we're all pros at these. Okay, so on your chair, so opposite hand on the side, and then if you can hold on your chair, then looking over that back shoulder. Depends on how your chair is set up. Even if you want more, you can kind of rotate down a little bit. Don't force it, make sure you inhale as you exhale. Or even if you've got a wall behind is good. Looking over that back shoulder. Feel that rotation through the torso. Trying to keep the hips as forward as possible. Inhale as you exhale, you're looking a little bit further over that shoulder. Okay, take your time to reset the spine before you move over to the other side. Inhale, exhale. So you don't need to hold on, you can even just place your hand behind. Or advanced, holding onto the chair. Good. Get that torso rotation. Let's go for 2 more breaths. In and out. As you look over your shoulder. Okay, so bring it down. Hamstrings. Foot in and then hinging forward, getting that hamstring stretch. Inhale as you exhale. If you do struggle with a hinge, and you've got something that's a little bit higher than your chair or about the same, and then you can pop that up and then a little bit of a hinge, but only go wherever you find comfortable. Don't know if you'll get into trouble having your foot on the furniture. Get inhale, exhale. So this is more of an advanced option. Just if you're feeling your back, to avoid too much of a hinge. Otherwise, hands on your hips, shoulders back and down. And then reset the spine, nice and tall, before you move into the other side. Again, go just keep that little bend in the knee. Don't lock out, okay? You want to feel the length through the muscles. You don't want them locking out at all. Okay, last couple. So again, we've got the quad stretch here. So hip under. A little bit in the hip flexors. Or you can bring that foot behind. Inhale, exhale. Take your time coming in before you move on to the other side. Yeah, more advanced is holding on to your foot. Calf stretch, next one in here. So if you're doing standing, one foot in front of the other. Pushing that back heel down, leaning in. Make sure it's more probably a wall that you can push against rather than the chair will move. And then last one. Inhale, exhale, push that back heel down as you're leaning forward. Okay, hands out wide. And give yourself a round of applause. Well done, everyone.